I'm making a video game, and now I'm making a video talking about how I'm making a video game because that's part of making a video game, it turns out, is marketing. And so now I gotta try to also be good at that. So here we go. Let's try it. I'm basically just gonna ramble into this microphone and try to keep it coherent by editing. So if you're like me, probably grew up playing video games and maybe had the thought, wow, it'd be really cool to make one of these. Well, that thought stayed in my head, and it stayed there until I lost my job, and then I had some money, and then I decided, you know what, I guess I'll make a video game. So that's what I did, and now I'm doing it, and it's pretty cool. I mean, here, I'm going to be perfectly frank and honest with you. It has been the most difficult work I have ever done, and also the most rewarding artistic process I've ever done. So there you go. It's kind of horrible. It's kind of torture, but then it's like kind of awesome. It's like playing Dark Souls. All right, that is really the perfect analogy. I'm like the blacksmith in Dark Souls at the anvil for eternity, just in the dark corner of some forgotten shadowy realm. Flame, dear flame, just turn. Yeah, and then the development process of making a game is like just getting one shot by some random mob and then having to get back your 15,000 souls, which at that moment in time is a lot to you, and then you lose it all and you're just like, what is life? And but then you get to the point where you fight the dragon for the 50th time and you beat it and you're like, whoa, yes, that feels good. More of that, please. Thank you. So yeah, if you're like a masochist or sadist, then you'll probably like really love making video games. It's definitely a love-hate relationship. But as I said, it's a very rewarding process. So where does the journey begin? It usually begins with making the decision to devote all of your time and attention and financial resources to creating a virtual world where people will essentially LARP in it. They'll just LARP around in that world. So that's what I did. I bought a PC, I downloaded Unreal 5 engine, and I got to work. Okay, that is enough montage, and now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this game. What have I crafted here, and where am I going with it? So a key theme here is realism, because more realism usually results in a deeper sense of immersion. And so I created a full-body first-person perspective with realistic shadows and a turn-in-place animation system. Next up is the interaction and equipment system. You can have one primary and one secondary weapon equipped, and also a third item can be held in your hands. Picking up and dropping is done with the G key, and switching to or holstering equipped weapons uses the Tab key. But if you don't like that setup, you'll be happy to know that all the player controls can be rebinded to whatever you want by accessing the in-game pause menu with the Escape key and going to the key binding settings. firearm mechanics contain another key feature in regards to realism, and that is that the bullets or the line traces for each shot actually come straight out of the barrel of the firearm. This is one of the core defining features of my game relative to other first-person shooters. It means that when you're shooting from the hip in a close to medium range engagement, the shots are realistically accurate and actually go where the firearm is physically pointed. Long-range shots while aiming down the sights are perfectly accurate. However, at point-blank range, it also means you may have to consider the height over bore, which really just means your shots are going to be hitting a few inches below the reticle of the sight at point-blank. In regards to locomotion, I've implemented sprinting, crouching, prone, all the basics, and you can lean left or right while aiming. I've also added a drivable vehicle with a very simple setup. The cars are giving me trouble in multiplayer, so once the servers are set up and live, you might not see the vehicles yet. But the car still works fine in single player, so you can always go for some leisurely laps around the map whenever you want. Let's see, other recently added features are the sniper rifle you may have seen, a landing roll animation, a simple default melee attack for whenever you're not holding a firearm, and those cool little color changing targets that you're seeing. There's all kinds of future features I plan to add, but for now I'm working with a friend to get the multiplayer working and available for public testing. And now to wrap this up, I want to try to give some insight and advice to anyone considering entering the field of game development. Can you do it? Yeah, absolutely. As long as you have a PC that can run a game engine and the time, the attention, and the motivation to work on a project, then at this point in time, anyone can make a game. I had no prior experience going into this project. I don't know any coding languages. I used visual scripting or blueprints for Unreal 5 engine for the entire project. I haven't purchased a single asset at this point, not because I don't want to. I don't got the money. But, obviously the map looks decent, I think, with the assets available, and got some decent guns to play around with. And ultimately, the only reason that I felt confident in making the decision to make this game is because I saw that the community and the tools were present and available. So at the end of the day, it's thanks to all the people making devlogs and tutorials. Those people have made this possible for me. And obviously thank you to the people working at the Unreal Engine, Epic Games, all the other companies that provide their software for free for people to make games and 3D models. I want to thank the AI chatbots as well, because they really help for aggregating, sorting through vast amounts of information from forums and engine documentation, and helping me find the solutions to the problems that I'm facing along the way. So I would recommend using AI at least for just troubleshooting and brainstorming. Now, if you want to do this professionally, you do need to consider your own personal circumstance, the resources that are available to you, your financial situation, and you have to take everything into account and make that decision for yourself, because it is a huge devotion of time and effort. But if you just want to do this as a hobby, there's really no barrier to entry aside from buying a PC, downloading the software, watching the tutorials and community created content, and just getting started. And as for insight and advice, there's not much more I would say other than to just get started. And the first step is to conceptualize what you want to do, like really visualize and conceptualize what you're trying to make and all of the different steps you're going to have to go through to get there, and just maybe make a document, notes for yourself. A game development document would be the official title for like the document pertaining to your game, but in the early stages, I was just making a bunch of notes and lists and overviews and summaries just for myself, just to help with that conceptualization phase, because it's going to show you that you can do it. You know, the process of walking through it mentally is going to show you, okay, the tools are available and I can do this. And then it's also going to give you that confidence to make the decision to actually start. So visualizing is very important before you're able to realize it. But that's pretty much the end of this video. So if you have any questions, leave a comment. If you want to support me in my efforts in developing this game, like the video, hop over to the Steam page, wishlist the game, play the free single player demo I just made available. If you want to go a step further, you can buy the $4.99 early access version, and you can be one of the first people to test out the multiplayer once we get that working. So thank you all again. Have a very nice day or night, and I'll see you next time. Adios.